first time I met fear was when I was around 5 years old and I was alone playing on a swing. I wanted to stand on it instead of sitting, although deep inside I knew it is not a good idea. I was scared of trying it out, but I still did it. And of course, I fell down on ground and hit my head. My parents were so worried they took me to a hospital. Luckily, the swing was not that high, so it was not that bad at all. But on that day, I learned one big lesson. Fear can protect me from doing stupid things. When I was a bit older, I had a fear from many other things, like fear of a dark room, or of getting a bad note at school, or of little insects, or of dark muddy river water. I took so many things in my life so seriously, like it is a matter of life or death. When I look at those fears now, they were big then, but now they look so small and unimportant, almost forgotten. Next big fear I had was when my father got ill, and I felt the fear of losing him. I didn't grow up having grandparents like most of the kids do, so I never experienced losing someone close in my family. Until one day came, and my father went away. That was, and still is, my biggest fear in life: losing the loved ones. They say time heals the wounds. While writing this story, I have a small fear that you, my friends, will maybe not understand my message. But I decided to still make this video about it. Fear. It can happen to anyone, at any point of life. Fear of starting a new career. Fear of entering a relationship. Fear of ending a relationship. Fear of failing. Fear of succeeding. Fear that you already stopped watching my video. You cannot put it in a pink little box, lock it and throw the key. No, fear is not that simple. Or maybe it is. Anyway, you can either hide it under the bed, like you may be hiding your journals. No, you can't. What can you do? Catch it somehow? You can pretend you don't have the fear. Maybe that will work. Fake it till you make it. But there must be some way to overcome it. Everyone has fear. If you have mind, you have fear. So, how to overcome it, as it is something that we cannot touch? It is not physical. It is only a creation of our mind, of our big imagination, existing only while we develop the worst possible scenario about the future. How can we fight and overcome something that doesn't exist in reality? That we only create it? I guess we can't. We can overcome getting a bad note on exam, or spending money on a ticket for a bad movie, or wrong shoes. Because all these things exist or already happened. We can only become conscious of fear, acknowledge it, feel it as part of present moment, and let it go. In other words, we can only face with our fear and move on. After we manage to accept the presence of fear, we should start using our brain for imagining other things that doesn't scare us as fear. What about creating love for difference in our mind? Or fun? Sounds good, doesn't it? Better to spend whole life in love than in fear. Interesting fact about fear is that 99% of the things that we are scared of will probably never happen or are not even that scary. If we lose control over our imagination, if we can't anymore distinguish what is imagination and what is reality, what is future, present and past, our mind becomes our greatest enemy. If we already experience fear on a daily basis, it means that it became part of life pattern, and we have to work on it. So, how to deal with fear? What helps me a lot when I start having fear is going outside in the nature. I know it sounds cliché, but it is actually true. Spending a day without phone, meaningless conversations, news, and just observing and listening to the nature makes me realize how insignificant my fears are compared to the life that surrounds me. It reminds me how little we still know about plants, deep oceans, space, insects, animals, anything. And suddenly, my fears become smaller and unimportant. Second, what I do when I deal with fear is I try to find a reason to laugh and stop taking myself so seriously. Being too serious about everything in life is exhausting. It is not funny. It is not needed. It doesn't help you get rid of fear. It only feeds it. So, stop being deadly serious or worried about everything what is happening or happened or may happen to you. Use your imagination for something that brings you joy or happiness. Which brings me to my last point about how to stop fear. Just enjoy the present moment. Find a purpose in anything what you do, in all your daily activities. Because just being here now is a phenomenon and is the best thing that could happen to you. No one knows what future brings, and you shouldn't suffer today for tomorrow. Life is short, so why spending it in a continuous fear? Do and give your best now on this present day, and you will have no time for fear. To finish it with Sadhguru words, one of my favorite yogis and teachers, if you are rooted in reality, there would be no fear.